So Luna's Howl and Blast Furnace are back with the 4th week of Into the Light, and guys, these two weapons were my two favourites to use in PvP back in the day. Previously we would have Luna's Howl with a static roll, which was Zen Moment and Magnificent Howl, which was pretty broken in PvP, but now although we can't get Zen Moment rolling in that 3rd slot, what we can do is throw on Eye of the Storm or a few other good alternatives to get Luna's Howl to be as powerful as it can possibly be, to make it feel like it once was back in the day. And you know what the best thing is about this, is we'll be able to enhance those traits in the final shape to make them even stronger. Now you could say, screw it, sunsetting got sunset, let's just bring out the old rule, and if I haven't got Luna's then I'll just buy it from the archive, and yeah, you can do that if you want to, but with all the new perk choices we have, not only will we be getting some good rules for PvP, but we also have a bunch of good perks to use for PvE, and you might even be saying, Luna's Howl in PvE? Well, with some good perks like Incandescent and Kinetic Tremors, or even just pairing Luna's with a good solo build, especially with this season's artifact perks, I think Luna's might actually be worth using in PvE as a PvE weapon moving forward. So guys, in this video I'm going to go over Luna's Howl, all the rules that it has and the god rules that you should be chasing, but before we get into it, we know what rules you're going to go for down below, because in my opinion, there's quite a few decent combos to go for. And guys, if you find this video useful, then a rating is always appreciated, but now let's get into it. So firstly, the way you get this weapon is by farming the Onslaught activity, which you can find over at the Into the Light destination. Just make sure you do the Luna's Howl hand cannon quest, because by doing this, you'll be able to attune Luna's Howl so that it drops more often when you farm Onslaught and open those chests every 10 rounds. If you don't attune Luna's Howl, then it might be a pain to actually get the weapon to drop, especially considering that we now have a ton of weapons in the Onslaught loot pool right now, so just make sure you attune it before farming it. Now Luna's Howl is a solar energy 140 RPM hand cannon, and back in the day you would unlock this I believe through PvP, which if I remember was quite a pain to do, especially for someone who wasn't great at PvP, but for PvP this was kind of a must-have weapon back in the day. But what makes this weapon so unique is its Magnificent Howl perk, which increases its range and damage, the two main things you ideally want when it comes to hand cannon stats in PvP. And to be honest, Luna's was a pretty fun and broken weapon to use, and now it's back, we can hopefully achieve a similar feel for what it once had. Now there are two versions of this weapon, but bear in mind when the final shape does drop, you will be able to use the sunset version again, but we do have the normal version, then a shiny one which is a limited edition, only available until June. The sunset version originally rolled with Zen Moment and Magnificent Howl, but Magnificent Howl did get a slight rework, so now Precision Final Blows grants stacks, and reloading converts the stacks into Magnificent Howl rounds that deal greatly increased damage and have additional range. Getting a precision kill with the perk active converts an additional round. This paired with some good other perks in the 3rd slot can be pretty lethal, and we are going to get to that in just a second, but as for the curated rule that's given to you when you complete the quest for it, you'll get Small Bore, Ricochet rounds, Eye of the Storm and Magnificent Howl, and to be honest, that there in my opinion is my PvP god rule that I would want to use, so that saves me half a grind for this weapon, since that's the only rule I want for PvP. Now the rules you can get for Luna's Howl in the 3rd slot are Eye of the Storm, Discord, Encore, Slide Shot, Enlightened Action, Heal Clip and Subsistence, while in the 4th slot we have Incandescent, Magnificent Howl, Kill Clip, Opening Shot, Desperate Measures, Precision Instrument and Harmony. So quite a few good perks to pick from, but for your PvP god rule, for me it's exactly the same rule as a created one, which is going to be Small Bore, Ricochet rounds, Eye of the Storm and Magnificent Howl, but another good PvP choice would be Slide Shot and Opening Shot, so it kind of depends what you really want to achieve with this weapon. For PvE, I'd go with Hammerforged Rifling, Alloy Mag, and then Heal Clip with Incandescent. Since Heal Clip grants Cure, and Incandescent will scorch enemies and then eventually kill them, this would pair really well with solo builds, and will just be a good all-round weapon to use with certain builds, so I think it would be great to use in things like a GM. Now you can use other perks that are still good alternatives. You could use Heal Clip with Kill Clip, great combo, Heal Clip with Precision Instrument, or Subsistence with Incandescent. Honestly, there are quite a lot of good perk combos to choose from, but for me it is going to be Eye of the Storm and Magnificent Howl for PvP, and then Heal Clip and Incandescent for PvE. Anyway guys, Luna's Howl is back with some really good changes, but let me know down below what rules you're going to go for, and what you think of Luna's Howl being back, and if you like it better than the previous one we had. Otherwise, that's all I got for you guys today, just another quick weapon rule breakdown, so I hope you guys found this video useful. If you did, then a rating is much appreciated, but for now guys, keep grinding, stay safe, and I'll catch you all in the next video.